දහසකට අධික වෛද්‍යවරු හමුවීමට නව ලෝක රෝහල අමතන්න 0115 777 777.
With the lifting of some movement restrictions, the SLMA observes that implementation of the guidelines and regulations on public health measures issued by the ministry are extremely lax, adding that they are widely disobeyed by the public. Fearing that this would compromise the hard-earned control over the pandemic, the association urged the government to strictly enforce the current regulations as the resurgence of another wave in the country is imminent. With 61.2% of the country's total population having fully vaccinated, what would another wave mean for Sri Lanka?
UK and certain countries like Israel, there had been good rate of vaccination and they were hopeful that this will stop the population getting COVID again. But if you look at UK, there are about 50,000 cases per day. But the difference between the earlier waves and this wave, that they get the illness, but the number of deaths is extremely low. So we are hopeful that even if we get another wave, there will be less deaths, less admissions to hospitals, and there will be less demand for oxygen.
With primary schools resumed and plans afoot to resume some selected grades, the threat of school children contributing to another surge too remains a higher possibility. However, Dr. Dissanayake is of the view that the schools reopening in the current vaccination environment is no issue.
When you consider the school reopening, yes, the children can get COVID, but after the age of 2, COVID is not a scary illness in children. The danger is for the children to get it from the friends and they take it home, and the grandfathers and grandmothers would get infected. But fortunately, the grandfathers and grandmothers in this country are vaccinated, and we are hopeful that even if they get it, that will be a mild illness. The health sector was delaying the recommendation to restart the schools until a sizable population of the country is vaccinated, and especially the elderly and people with other illnesses are vaccinated. When the schools restart, even if the children get it and they take it home, the elderly will not succumb to the illness. And even if there's a fourth wave, we'll hope that the fourth wave will be much less dangerous and there will be less deaths compared to the third.
The likes of UK too reopened schools in March, much earlier than Sri Lanka, however only after vaccinating most of the vulnerable segments in the country. Speaking at the weekly media briefing, Chief of the World Health Organization Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus attributed the rise in cases to the inequitable access to tools.
The global number of reported cases and deaths from COVID-19 is now increasing for the first time in 2 months, driven by an ongoing rise in Europe that outweighs declines in other regions. It's another reminder that the COVID-19 pandemic is far from over. The pandemic persists in large part because inequitable access to tools persists. 80 times more tests and 30 times more vaccines have been administered in high-income countries than low-income countries. Unless the pandemic is controlled everywhere, the virus will mutate and continue to circulate everywhere. All countries, including high-income countries, are at continued high risk of being exposed to new variants, infecting those who are fully vaccinated, risking the effectiveness of the tools we have, and risking the introduction of more stringent public health measures. Vaccines alone will not end the pandemic. We need all tools, vaccines, tests, treatments, PPE and public health measures to fight COVID-19 and save lives and livelihoods now.
Meanwhile, also speaking at the same media briefing, Chief Scientist at the WHO, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, stressed that selective vaccination status should not be a barrier for international travel.
The emergency committee that reviews the international health regulations meet every 3 months or so to review the status of the pandemic and have again reiterated, they have underlined their previous recommendations that countries should not use vaccination status or selective vaccination status as a sole criteria for entry for travel. You could use a vaccination status but also a negative test prior to entry or proof of a previous test, and many countries accept one or the other. And therefore, vaccination status should not be a barrier to global travel because that is just actually increasing the inequities around the world. There are large parts of the world where people do not have access to vaccines or who have received a vaccine that's not yet approved by all countries. And that should not be the criterion whether that individual can travel to other, because there are other ways of minimizing the risks of transmission.
Meanwhile, as per the district epidemiologist in Anuradhapura, an increase in daily cases had been experienced in the district during the past week. He says that the past week has seen over 600 patients in the Anuradhapura district. In the meantime, concerns are being raised over A30, an older COVID-19 variant, which is said to have capabilities of evading COVID vaccines, especially Pfizer and AstraZeneca. According to foreign media reports, the variant was last seen in May and June this year.
මේක මීට මාස කිහිපයකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා ලෝකෙන් වාර්තා වෙච්ච දෙයක්. හැබැයි අලුත් සොයා ගැනීමක් කරලා තියෙනවා. Pfizer, AstraZeneca ඇතුළු ප්‍රධාන පෙළේ එන්නත් සියල්ලකින්ම ඇති කරන ආරක්ෂාව මේ අගුල කඩන්න පුළුවන් කියලා මේ A30 කියන ප්‍රභේදයට. ඉතින් ඒ පිළිබඳව විශේෂයෙන්ම යුරෝපීය සහ ඇමරිකානු රටවල වල අවධානයක් යොමු කරලා තියෙනවා. මොකද උන්ගේ ශීත ඍතුවේ මේ A30 කියන ප්‍රභේදය පැතිරුණොත් ලොකු අමාරුවකට යයි කියලා දැනටමත් ඔවුන් අනායෝගී පළ කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ ගැන අපිත් අවධානයෙන් ඉන්නේ. දැන් කොවිඩ් සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම අමතක කරලා වැඩේ හමාරයි කියලා හිතාගෙන වැඩ කරන්න ගියොත් නම් තව සති 4කින් විතර අපිට ආයි මේකේ ප්‍රතිඵල භුක්ති විඳින්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා.
However, the A30 variant is not mentioned under the WHO classification of the variants. It's not under the variants of concern, variants of interest, or variants that are being monitored at present.
Pond's face cream වල ඇති vitamin B3 පෝෂණයෙන් dark spots අවම කර spotless දිදුලන සමක් දින 7කින් ලබා දෙයි.